look up here.
You've come such a long way, Mika.
1, 2, 3.
Mom, Dad! Mom, Dad, I got it!
You're right, Mom. I have.
Very proud of him. Very proud. It's been a long time.
I'm still in shock. Never thought I'd overcome it, but I finally got it done.
I for sure thought I was going to drop out at some point, but I didn't, and I made it.
We've been dating since 8th grade. We couldn't do it without our family being here. We're both psych majors. We both got into our master's programs. I think we definitely needed everybody here to get to where we are.
I'm so relieved. I'm so excited to just get out in the workforce, honestly.
It kept my spirit strong, kept me encouraged, kept me laughing, kept me smiling all through college. So I really appreciated them just being in my corner and just rooting for me the whole time.
I'm just proud that she pushed through.
And for them to persevere and still reach their goals, just amazingly proud.
It means opportunity to me. It means that I can move forward knowing that I have my education, I can pursue anything I want to.
I'm proud of her. You know, she has a 4.0 GPA. She's worked 4 years to complete 2 degrees. She's gone to school every single summer, every single winter. She's done everything that I was never able to do. Victoria!
Good morning. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the University of North Texas Spring 2024 Commencement Ceremony for the College of Liberal Arts and Social Sciences. Here we go. Our ceremony will begin in just a few minutes. Please take this opportunity to turn off all cell phones and other electronic devices. For the safety of our candidates and guests, only authorized press, university photographers, staff, and graduates are permitted on the Coliseum floor. We hope you will enjoy this ceremony and remember it fondly for many years to come. Because this is a special day for all of our graduates, we ask that you stay until the end of the ceremony so that everyone will feel honored by your presence. Now, please stand as you are able and remain standing for the processional and the national anthem. Faculty representatives from each department and program are carrying the banners at today's ceremony. The banner carriers are Dr. Jara Carrington from Anthropology, Dr. Suzanne Enck, Communication Studies, Adam Chamberlain, Dance and Theater, Dr. Jeff Rose, Economics, Dr. Steve Wolverton, Geography and the Environment, Dr. Ariga Abilova, International Studies, Dr. Harry Benshoff, Media Arts, Dr. Don Dougherty, Psychology, Dr. Donna Barnes, Sociology, Dr. Ryan Bodger, Technical Communications. Ladies and gentlemen, the members of the Platform Party, Dr. Michael McPherson, Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. Albert Bimper, Executive Dean of the College of Liberal Arts and Social Science, Mr. Brandon Busby, Vice President for University Advancement, Dr. Jean Shockey, Associate Dean for Academic Affairs, Dr. Steve Cobb, Associate Dean for Administrative Affairs, Ms. Catherine Gold-Colvin, Associate Dean for Physical and Human Resources, and Ms. Michelle Cornish, the class commencement speaker for this morning.
Please be seated. As we gather this morning, it's important that we take a moment to acknowledge the land in which we reside in this occasion. To recognize the land is an expression of gratitude and appreciation to those whose territory we reside on, and a way of honoring the indigenous people who have been living and working on the land from time immemorial. UNT acknowledges with respect that the land we are on today is the traditional and ancestral homelands of the Wichita and Caddo-affiliated nations and peoples. We recognize indigenous peoples as original stewards of this land and all the relatives within it. As these words of acknowledgement are spoken and heard, the ties nations have to their traditional homelands are renewed and reaffirmed. It is important to seek to understand the long existing history that has brought us to reside on this land and to vigorously explore and seek understanding of our place within that history. This acknowledgement is the education and inclusion we must demonstrate in recognizing our institutional history, responsibility, and commitment. Good morning to you all. I'm Dr. Albert Bimper, Executive Dean of the College of Liberal Arts and Social Sciences, or better known to many of our Mean Green as CLASS. It's my honor to welcome you all as guests to our campus, and a special thank you to all the families and friends that have come to celebrate these amazing students and their tremendous accomplishments this morning. Please allow me to also thank our fine musicians, the UNT Wind Orchestra, conducted by Dr. Andrew Troxel, our vocalists, Ms. Rebecca Munyolo, and pianist Mooning Tan for their inspiring rendition of our national anthem. Now to be, please. Now to begin our ceremony, I have the pleasure of introducing first your student commencement speaker, who was selected from your graduating class. She first applied as a Spanish major, then enrolled as an English major, and is now graduating with both a Bachelor of Science in Psychology and a Bachelor of Arts in English, with a concentration in creative writing. Despite possibly confusing her family each winter break explaining her new major, there has been no doubt that she has found a home in class. Here is where she learned to marry her passions in creative and academic writing, drawing from her beliefs that the calculated academia we know cannot exist without the absurd beauty of the human experience. She will also look over the past 4 years of research and writing fondly, but nothing sounds better to her than being a post-grad eating fresh mango on the beach with her email notifications muted, except for UNT, of course. Please welcome Ms. Michelle Cornish, your very own Class of 2024 student commencement speaker.
Ignore that. First, before anything, I want to congratulate all of you on graduating. I also want to promise that I will be up here very briefly before we do the ceremony and then leave and circle the Coliseum for 20 sweaty minutes trying to find our loved ones. This day is about you, not me. When I was first told I would be a commencement speaker, I immediately watched my favorite commencement speech over and over again, Conan O'Brien's brilliant Dartmouth speech. If you know, you know. I, however, do not have the 22 minutes to synthesize something life-altering, nor do I have a late-night talk show. We are all minutes into our post-grad life. I am no wiser than you, but I hope I can provide insight from my perspective. At the start of my spring semester, my freshman year, I came home from a walk around around campus after a Zoom English class. Upon entering my Kerr Hall dorm room, I noticed a light fixture for the first time. Instead of being grateful for its surprise presence, I ripped it out of the wall, gutted it of its batteries, and slammed it face down onto my cabinet. I was convinced it was a camera secretly installed to stalk my roommate and I. Over the next 6 months, trees began to bend. I avoided the sun to not be seen by others, and I believed the FBI was after me. I began to sense a void forming behind me, swallowing anything outside of my vision. That June, I was hospitalized, stabilized, and diagnosed with a psychotic disorder. When I told my doctors that anyone would become psychotic after living in Kerr Hall for almost a year, they were unamused and told me my insurance wouldn't take it. So I surrendered. I spent the next summer racked with shame, stigma, and distrust in my reality. Out of desperation, I started researching resilience and neuroplasticity, which proposes that the brain is adaptable and can become stronger after adverse events. I realized that this is what I wanted to research, this is what I wanted to contribute, and this was my future. For the first time since my ideal life fell out of reach after my first episode of psychosis, I felt like I had agency in my life once again. I immediately became a double major in English and psychology, as you know from my confusing academic career. I could not get enough research. I joined Dr. Contractor's PTSD lab. I listened to psych podcasts and even read research articles while relaxing in bed with a sheet mask. In spite of this, I never researched psychosis, the thing that affected me personally. I was fearful of what I may find or be considered self-serving, so instead I chose to remain blissfully ignorant. I knew the basic facts. I had seen the statistics. My disorder is chronic. It will likely get worse over time. Only 1% of the American population has schizophrenia, and 10% of those people may die by suicide. Knowing that I fell into that 1% was so isolating at first. I'm not sure how many people are in this room. I wrote in my script that there was like maybe 1,000, but it's hitting me that there's thousands. My point is that there's someone in here, a student, a parent, a peer, that has walked in my shoes as well. Shout out to you guys, because this means we are the 1%. We are the top 1%. Let's go, okay? In all seriousness, if it means that I'm not alone, it means that you are not alone. As you walk into your future, you will also meet people who have shared your circumstances. They have succeeded, they have failed. You will and have gone through this too. The shame of my diagnosis later festered to the point where I believed I couldn't handle it. Even though I wasn't experiencing it anymore, I was still terrified. What if it came back? Will I pass it to my children through my genes? When will my stomach stop dropping when I think I've heard a knock only to open a door to nothing? Is it worth living like this? Should I just be merciful and end it? I channeled my fear into journal entries, short stories, nonfiction essays, poetry, and workshops. The more people I told, the more people accepted me for me. I mustered up the courage to join UNT's psychosis lab under Dr. Cicero, who became my thesis mentor for psychosis study. After a year of being open about my experiences, someone who I looked up to told me too. That moment is one I'll never forget. I also learned of Dr. Pac Deegan and Dr. Nev Jones, who similarly to me have experience with psychosis and research it as well. I also recently joined the organization Students with Psychosis, connecting with other students without shame from our experiences, like Minecraft and Kahoot activities. I realized the fulfillment I was feeling through my creative writing, studying, and research stemmed from one thing: hope. And now we're graduating. We spent the past 4 years or so studying the liberal arts. Your story probably follows a similar format to mine. A liberal arts student major is rooted in the care for subjects such as the environment, mental health, the economy, justice, and more. Higher education is not easy. We have struggled while dedicating ourselves and our wallets to a study that demands critical thinking, flexibility in perspective, and gentle but firm advances. Don't let anyone tell you that your degree is useless. Don't surrender through an uncomfortable chuckle to a joke that undermines your accomplishments, such as, "Oh my God, you're gonna love being a barista." Shut up. There's a reason why I'm not scared to share my story that was once buried in shame. You know more than most about what it means to be human. That's valuable. You're valuable to the industry, but also deserving of the success that comes your way in spite of past, present, and future setbacks. I'm gonna go off script because it's too late, Dr. Bimper, but I wrote this with brevity, but my journey was not linear. I know it sounds like a motivational hoorah, but I have gone through many things as well, and I've stumbled and fallen, and I'm sure all of us have had to. Really quickly, I want to thank the people in my life who have led me and supported me through my 4 years here. To my family and to my mother, mẹ ơi, cảm ơn, happy Mother's Day. To my boyfriend, Leo, to my best friends, George and Tay, to some dearest friends, Lauren Yee and Jasmine, to my first mentor, Dr. Sims, to my English professors, Dr. Furch and Dr. Doty, to my principal investigators, Dr. Contractor and Dr. Cicero, to my lab mates, Jack and Gerline, and lastly to the psychology doctoral students, thank you so much. I don't care how unprofessional it is to say this, but I love you guys with all of my heart, and I hope I've made you proud. More importantly, thank you guys for listening to my yapping, and please celebrate yourselves today. Eat a good meal, drive yourself across the country, wipe your foggy glasses, stay up a little late, or sleep an hour early. Your future will be there once you're ready. Congratulations.
Thank you, Michelle, for that inspiring message and charge to the class. I now have the honor of introducing our Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. Michael McPherson. Please welcome Provost McPherson to the podium, who will recognize our graduating students and share a few thoughts of this momentous occasion.
Thank you, Dean Bimper. on behalf of the entire Mean Green family, I want to congratulate all of those who are graduating today and welcome your family, your friends, your loved ones. Before we get started, I want to take a moment to recognize graduates who have earned special distinctions, including our magna and summa cum laude graduates whose GPAs are among the very best, our honors college graduates, many of whom are wearing their medallions today, our community engagement corps program honors graduates who volunteered a significant amount of time and service to our communities. These graduates can be recognized by the gold cords they don with their regalia. Wearing special red, white, and blue cords today are graduates who have served or are currently serving in the armed forces of the United States. We salute your service. We also congratulate each of our first-generation graduates, many of whom are wearing first-generation stoles this morning. And so many other graduates wearing special cords, stoles, and other regalia adornments that represent a wide array of honors and campus involvement. To all of you, thank you for your contribution and engagement with your university, and congratulations on your decorated academic careers. Graduates, the degrees that you are earning today, have earned, are special. I don't know if you know this, but roughly only 1 in 3 Americans has a bachelor's degree in our country. It is a mark of distinction that sets you apart and always will set you apart. Your education is something you will always carry with you, and it is truly something you should be proud of. By earning your degree, you've proven that you possess what not everyone does. You possess tenacity, initiative, resilience, drive, and a passion for personal excellence. It requires sacrifice from not only you, but those family members and friends who helped you get here today, to this special day. When you enter the workforce with your UNT degree, you are honoring not only yourself, but the University of North Texas. You've put your thumbprint on the legacy of this university that started so very long ago, just above a hardware store in downtown Denton, less than a mile from where we sit here today. Each step you've walked to class, each assignment you've turned in, each paper you've written, the events you attended, the relationships you found and nurtured, they are all part of the ongoing legacy of the Mean Green family. Today is an emotional day. I am always so inspired and deeply moved by commencement ceremonies as I reflect on my own experience, which was not so many years ago, or at least that's what I tell myself. Your family and friends are proud of what you've accomplished. There are some bittersweet emotions too, especially from your parents, as they watch you move into a new season of adulthood. Our faculty are filled with pride over what you've accomplished and filled with hope for what you will do with your education after you leave us today. And of course, in you, our newest graduates, there's joy, there's relief, there might even be a little bit of fear about what the future might hold for you. You should feel all of these things, but I think mostly excitement for a bright and rewarding future. There will surely be stumbling blocks along the way. But just as you met those challenges during your time here on our campus, you will meet them in the future, and you will meet them with even more tools in your tool belt. You will create success, and you will create it on your own terms. I know you've all worked hard to get here, and I share with you that joy and excitement for your future. Let us recognize that no one person succeeds without a team of supporters in their corner. Graduates, let's take a moment to thank family, friends, classmates, professors, mentors, advisors who have been part of your journey to success and will continue to lift you up throughout your life. Let's thank them now. What will your next chapter be? You have the education, the tools, the skills to influence and create your own story. How cool, how exciting is that? Rest assured, your education at UNT has prepared you well to make that story a bestseller. Take what you've learned and think critically to solve the world's many complex problems. Heaven knows we have lots of those, and we're going to need every one of you. Always be curious and use your knowledge to impact the community, the country, the world around you. As I look out on this beautiful sea of green, I see future leaders and I see change makers. I urge you to go after what drives you, to create a career that you are passionate about. Take risks, make mistakes, grow. You have come from a caring campus. Take that feeling, take that ethic, and continue to build on that caring culture in whatever it is that you do next. And I would say, when you pause in the future to think about core memories of your life, please pause and take a moment to remember this special moment. It is significant and it is lifelong. It is worth remembering. In a few moments, you will be part of a global alumni family more than 476,000 strong. You will always be welcome home at UNT, no matter where life takes you. Congratulations, UNT graduates. I wish you the very best.
Thank you, Provost McPherson. Next, I have the honor of recognizing the students today who've not only completed their degrees, but have done so with distinction. Undergraduate candidates with an overall grade point average of 3.5 to 3.69 graduate cum laude with praise. In this class ceremony, we have 150 graduating cum laude. Will those students please rise and be recognized? Thank you. Candidates with a GPA from 3.7, y'all can be seated. Candidates with a GPA from 3.7 to 3.89 graduate magna cum laude with high praise. In this class ceremony, there are 151 graduating magna cum laude. Would those students please rise and be recognized? All right, thank you, thank you. And those candidates whose GPAs are from 3.9 to a perfect 4.0 graduate summa cum laude with highest praise. In this class ceremony, there are 103 that are graduating summa cum laude. Would you please rise and be recognized? Thank you all and congratulations.
It's come to my attention that we've never had so many of the students recognized with those distinctions before, so congratulations to this class again. At this time, would all candidates for the baccalaureate degree please rise and remain standing? Provost McPherson, on the recommendation of the faculty and the Dean of College of Liberal Arts and Social Sciences, I am pleased to present to you these candidates for the baccalaureate degree.
On the recommendation of the faculty and the dean, and by the authority vested in me by the state of Texas through the UNT System Board of Regents and President Smatresk, I hereby confer upon you the degree for which you have been certified with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. Congratulations, graduates, on your tremendous accomplishment. Please join me in recognizing UNT's newest baccalaureate degree graduates. Please be seated.
And now, will the marshals please bring the candidates forward to cross the stage and be recognized?
Presenting the candidates from the Department of Anthropology. Julio A. Alsaz. Grace M. Burks. Ellen Louise Christensen, summa cum laude. Amelia Margaret Collins, magna cum laude. Christiana Elizabeth Cruz Ruiz, cum laude. Rebecca Lynn Dalrymple. Jack H. Davis, summa cum laude. Connor John Dusky, magna cum laude. Annika Jane Eastman. Faith Hannah Feldman. Andres M. Garcia, cum laude. Edith Gonzalez. Carly Jo Goodwin. Malin Graham. Hilario Luke Lopez.
Graciela R. Lyons, summa cum laude.
Catherine Marie Mann, magna cum laude. Tara Jade Markham. Kelly A. McDaniel. Charlotte Taylor Mosby, cum laude. Rachel Mackenzie Nutman, magna cum laude. Hannah Rafferty, summa cum laude. Ali Ramani, cum laude. Caitlin E. Rice, summa cum laude. Aaron E. Rosenbaum. Leah Marie Tavares, cum laude. Ryan Nathaniel Thompson, cum laude.
Let's congratulate those graduates from the Department of Anthropology.
Presenting the candidates from the Department of Communication Studies. Rebecca A. Adkisson. Takima T. Aranda, cum laude. Johannes Fassel Asefa. Alexis R. Bedner.
Brianna V. Branscombe.
Aaliyah Madison Brantley, magna cum laude. Rodney O'Neill Bridges Jr., magna cum laude. Hope Karam. Mary Margaret Carroll. Ashton Karan Cotton. Celeste Dana Diaz. Gabriela Nicole Dominguez. Christina Emanuel, magna cum laude. Daniel Andrew Esparza, cum laude. Elise Marie Ezernak, cum laude. Margaret Leanne Grasser. Confort Aya Habia. Grant P. Hardesty. Angela A. Hernandez. Emily Rose Houle. Jacqueline Hubble, magna cum laude. Bethany Janae Jones.
Jennifer Eileen Kelly, magna cum laude.
Leah Renee Kish, magna cum laude. Tariq Jamel Lee, magna cum laude. Jacob Aaron Lofton, summa cum laude. Ariadna Alejandra Martinez, cum laude. Mariana Martinez Puente, magna cum laude. Christian Egan Mobile. Kiera Jordan McCullough. Lauren N. Mills. Trinity Z. Mungari. Ariana Nevitt, magna cum laude. Evan Perry Ray, magna cum laude. Julian Javier Rivera. Madeline Grace Rodriguez. Tucker Riley Seidler. Maddie Elsie Seiler, magna cum laude. Nicholas Johann Shadow, magna cum laude. Cecily Elizabeth Ann Smith. Lena Candence Tungate. Austin Michael Thompson, magna cum laude. Darren C. Vaughn. Anna DeVere Scrutch. Alexis Marie Whitsett, summa cum laude.
Let's congratulate those graduates from the Department of Communication Studies.
Presenting the candidates from the Department of Dance and Theater. Faith P. Ajayi, summa cum laude. Miriam Almaguer. Amanda Carol Bennett. Aaron Mackenzie Bixler, cum laude.
Luis Xavier Seja.
Augustin Koba, cum laude. Victoria T. England, summa cum laude. Liliana Rose Garcia. Trinity Rose Gardner, magna cum laude. Brian Alexander Gibson. Sylvia Teresa Gerard. Jasmine Nicole Goetz. Jesse James Holleran Rezick, cum laude. Olivia A. Lewis. Shinee Lee, magna cum laude. Sam Michael Maggio, cum laude. Tyler Cole Manley. Luke Hunter McClure. Darby Lee Owen, cum laude. Rochelle May Vere Pasqua, summa cum laude. Reagan Nicole Payne. Javon Henry Perry, cum laude. Casey Pitts, summa cum laude. Shelby Ray Poole. Haven Antonio Thomas Pottinger. Sergio Puentes. McKinley Nicole Reed, magna cum laude. Jordan Elizabeth Rios. Gabriela Carmen Saria. Bailey Elizabeth Stevenson, magna cum laude. Hannah Marie Simpson, magna cum laude. Tyler V. Skinner, cum laude. Jacob Skipper, magna cum laude. Amelia Snow, magna cum laude. Jonathan Chase Stewart. Shyla Angel Vidal. Joseph Cameron Vondra, cum laude. Jackson G. Watson, cum laude. Madison B. Wisman. Ashton Elizabeth Yancey.
Let's congratulate those graduates from the Department of Economics.
Presenting the candidates from the Department of Economics. Quinlan T. Day, cum laude. Matthew Blake Gibson. Nolan Ryan Gomez. Daniel Isaac Goodrich, cum laude. Joyner Harris. Carolyn Patricia Liza. Grace Annette Mack. Alexandra Lydia Meneses.
Destiny Lee Patterson.
Oscar M. Silva, magna cum laude. Alaya N. Snell, summa cum laude.
Let's congratulate those graduates from the Department of Geography and the Environment.
Presenting the candidates from the Department of Geography and the Environment. Valerie Ann Alvarado. Riley Danielle Babineau, summa cum laude.
Marshall Baker, magna cum laude.
Nathaniel R. Bellis, cum laude. Tyler D. Brooks, cum laude. Edwin Castellon. Evangeline M. Dwelly, summa cum laude. Parker A. Asari. Morgan Grace George, summa cum laude. Riley Ellen Henderson. Kenny Holm. Colby Michael Johns. Grace Elizabeth Martin Young, cum laude. Samantha Ann Mercer. Samuel Helms Merritt. Ariana Giselle Mendoza, cum laude. Ivan Moreno, cum laude. Brand M. Richter. Kira Celeste Shank, magna cum laude. Jennifer Lynn Waters.
Let's congratulate those graduates from the Department of Geography and the Environment.
Presenting the candidates from International Studies. Reem S. Saeed. May Ahmed, magna cum laude. Daniela Maria Azpilicueta. Tracy Essiet Asiat, magna cum laude. Jacob C. Apodaca, cum laude. Clarence Terrell Augerson. Caitlin L. Clark, cum laude. Kaya Makeda Emmanuel, summa cum laude. Aubrey Anna Ferguson. Nancy Del Carmen Flores, magna cum laude. Cole A. Fortenberry, magna cum laude.
Gianna Haddad.
Mumba Patricia Kalengo. Deboha Kaniki. Kristen Shea Leach. Jordan Patrick Stephen Liggins. Carla Abigail Lopez. Jameson Paul Manzel, summa cum laude. Chrislyn Rose Massey. Emma Jordan Miller, magna cum laude. Carmen E. Morales. Lucas Brea Oliveira, magna cum laude. Brisa I. Prieto, cum laude. Wendy Esmeralda Ruiz, summa cum laude. Charlie I. Savinelli, summa cum laude. Jordan Mackenzie Shelby. William Bradley Spears. Micah Nevaeh Stanwood, magna cum laude. Gabriel Mitchell Taylor. Kiera E. Thompson, summa cum laude. Ruby Eleanor Tohill, cum laude. Olivia Jennifer Vidania Ibarra.
Let's congratulate those graduates from the Department of International Studies.
Presenting the candidates from the Department of Media Arts.
Eduardo Mickey Aldope.
Kayla Shamia Ali, cum laude. Ramzi Ahmad Al-Kharasme. Brianna Delise Ortega, magna cum laude. Justin M. Ballou, summa cum laude. Landon M. Beard, magna cum laude. Amber Galilea Benitez, cum laude. Lauren Elizabeth Bone, cum laude. Casey G. Boston, summa cum laude. Richard Schuyler Bocanegra. Connor Breda. Jacob Daniel Calhoun.
Lorenzo Canizares.
Christopher W. Casey. Caleb A. Castaneda.
Cricket Childers.
Christina Chun. Jonathan Garrett Masaki Chow. Cooper D. Clark. Brian Trevor Clark Jr. Carmen Simone Collins. Remington Cook. Abigail Corona, cum laude. Santiago Cruz, cum laude. Shane Alexander Daly, magna cum laude. Emily Dawn Davis, magna cum laude. Aiden V. Dawson. Jesse De La Cruz, magna cum laude. Jacob Ryan Derryberry. Ashton D. Dodd. Marie Elizabeth Dodds. Riley M. Dunn. Ruby Edmondson, magna cum laude. Isaac J. Edwards, magna cum laude. Gavin M. Ellis, cum laude. Jordan Samantha Nicole English, magna cum laude. Peter Alexander Evans, magna cum laude. Kendall Lee Fay. Samuel Lee Flores, cum laude. Kendall Flute. Trey Allen Francis, summa cum laude. Matthew D. Freely. Maria D. Garza. Zachary N. Geldersma, magna cum laude. Marcus Dwayne Gibson, cum laude. Lauren F. Gertie, summa cum laude. Abby Elizabeth Glass. Nicole L. Gobert, cum laude. Rosario Granados, summa cum laude. Grant Davidson Greenlee, cum laude. Ryan W. Gregg. Kirsten N. Griffin, cum laude. Romeo Lee Gia. Rowan S. Hamilton, cum laude. Riley Mae Hammond, cum laude. Amanda Diane Hasbell. Lamim Hamim Haq, cum laude. Noah R. Hedges. Spencer Hedgepath. Michael Alexander Hernandez. Alexandra P. Hopkins, magna cum laude. Brittany Lee Hughes, cum laude. Dinesh S. Irani. Omni A. Jawar. Reina Z. Jimenez. Tristan Esteban Juarez.
Rodney Nakuri Jumala. Macy Nicole Kendrick, summa cum laude.
Thomas A. Kiff. Michael Alexander King. Blake Ryan Kerfman. Joshua Thomas Coleman. Jessica R. Levy, magna cum laude. Ryan J. Little. Michael Joseph Lividini, magna cum laude. Nicholas Lozano. Blake Allen Lundy, summa cum laude. Andrew D. Lutz. Kelsey N. Maka, magna cum laude. Liam O. Malloy. Caleb Giovanni Marroquin, cum laude. Iman Michelle McAllister. Madeline Claire McDermott, magna cum laude. Griffin James McKittrick, cum laude. Nigel Sade McPherson. Allie E. McSorley, magna cum laude. Jonathan Edward Mendez. Manuel Esteban Mesa Herrera, summa cum laude. Kylie M. Meyer. Demario Alexander Montez. Phoebe Malin Moon, cum laude. Karen A. Mosley. Abraham Park, cum laude. Hunter Perez. Mirabella Karina Pascador, cum laude. Lair V. Perez. cum laude. Emma R. Phillips. Leslie Renee Phillips. Jake O. Pickle, summa cum laude. Brandon Keith Pierce. Cambria Riley Pierce, magna cum laude. Jordan Reese Potts. Mary Elizabeth Powell, cum laude. Sudali V. Promsenman. Gabriel Lennon Rector Blum, cum laude. Samantha Grace Richards. Dana L. Risher. And Dea Dorier Reynolds. Vanessa Michelle Roman, cum laude. Eris Arcalis Roots, cum laude. Madeline R. Roots. Kayla Rubacaba, magna cum laude. Jeremiah Russo. Mary Alice Sattler, summa cum laude. Grace C. Shado, cum laude.
James Austin Smider.
Connor Jake Smith, magna cum laude. Preston Jennard Smith, cum laude. Thomas Cole Smith. Surabhi Srinivas, magna cum laude. Amari E. Stanmore. Jackson Medellin Sterling. Sarah Elizabeth Stevenson, magna cum laude. Cole D. Sylvester, summa cum laude. Olivia K. Thompson, magna cum laude. Logan A. Thompson, cum laude. Jocelyn Jade Tran. Tyler Kang Hee Tran. Evan Michael Ventol. Johnny Vega, magna cum laude. Ashley L. Villatoro. Matthew Blake Wagner, magna cum laude. Omarion A. Ward, cum laude. Rashid Wasai. Macy Nicole Whiteman, summa cum laude. Jackson R. Williams, cum laude. Trey L. Williams. Danielle E. Yaffe, magna cum laude. Lauren H. Yee, summa cum laude. Jamin J. Yu, summa cum laude. Regina Zapeta, magna cum laude.
Let's congratulate those graduates from the Department of Media Arts.
Presenting the candidates from the Department of Sociology. Walid Ghassan Abdul Qadir, magna cum laude. Zaria Allison. Adedotun Obafemi Adetoya Ashobon, magna cum laude. Ethan T. Eubank. Sydney Alexis Gish, summa cum laude. Alyssa Michelle Gonzalez, cum laude. Emma Hernandez, magna cum laude.
Bryn Noel Jackson Roberts.
Denver Kyle Logsdon. Brittany Lynn Mann. Sarah Elise Nast. Caitlin M. Olson, magna cum laude. Terry Lynn Portis Harris, summa cum laude. Haley Grace Smith, cum laude. Jaliyah Sakai Stalwart. Seaver R. Stone, cum laude.
Gabriel Talbert. Let's congratulate those graduates from the Department of Sociology.
Presenting the candidates from the Department of Technical Communication.
Tracy Lauren Bradford.
Deanna Lane Baco Ferguson, magna cum laude. Aniel Julianne Aquino Go, magna cum laude. Sean Seagraves Kidda. Dylan Alexander Laney, magna cum laude. Caleb Daniel McLean.
Ashley Elaine Miller, magna cum laude.
Maisie Brooks Moorhead, magna cum laude.
Let's congratulate those graduates from the Department of Technical Communications.
Presenting the candidates from the Department of Psychology. Kaya Milan Obama, magna cum laude. Jack Ryan Adelsberger. Ajoa Ajubi Ajay, cum laude. Rafia Ahmad, summa cum laude. Yasmin Akbarian, magna cum laude. Victoria Alba, cum laude. Fiza Nargis Ali, magna cum laude. Amani Walid Alayan. Diana Lisbeth Arroyo. Amber Melanie Albarenque. Hannah F. Atkins, magna cum laude. Wesley Edward Amlon, summa cum laude. Nicholas A. Amundsen, magna cum laude. Christian R. Anderson, cum laude. Mace Hesham Ahmad Bakit Al-Fayez. Luis Fernando Barbella. Bianca Chavez Barbosa, cum laude. Brent S. Barden, summa cum laude. Daniela Barriga, cum laude. Astra L.B. Callie Nicole Beecham. Laura Catherine Beck. Robert Michael Beecraft. Kira Lynn Begley. Clarissa May Bell. Matthew Daniel Beltran. Noel Angelica Benedicto. Kalina Gilbert Benjamin, magna cum laude. Joshua Clay Bennett, cum laude. Corey Anne-Marie Beresford, cum laude. Carter Wayne Berryhill, cum laude. Miriam Batty, cum laude. Lauren Nicole Blevins, magna cum laude. Marilyn N. Boafo, cum laude. James D. Bainey. Kaylee Amy Bolton. Alexa F. Brantley, summa cum laude. Kaya Zalyn Braxton, cum laude. Cadence Carissa Brown, summa cum laude. Jameson Luke Brown, cum laude. Kayla Burton, magna cum laude. Alejandro Javier Caballero. Greenlee Legerio Calico Sterling. Riley Camp, summa cum laude. Samantha N. Cantrell. Samantha Michelle Carranza. Sarah Elizabeth Caruth. Ileana I. Casas, cum laude. Natalie Erin Colley, magna cum laude. Erica Casares, summa cum laude. Michelle J. Cerritos, magna cum laude. Brenda Cervantes. Caitlin M. Chandler, magna cum laude. Savannah Faith Chapa, summa cum laude. Audrey C. Clevis. Ryan E. Clark, summa cum laude. Kimber Grace Flower, magna cum laude. Haley Renee Cobbs. Rachel Cook, summa cum laude.
Michelle V. Cornish, summa cum laude.
Jamie Noella Corcoran. Cassandra L. Corona. Megan A. Crawford, cum laude. Alexa Blake Creamer. Jeremiah Romel Crosby, cum laude. Savannah Angelique Cruz. Abby Gail Cunningham, magna cum laude. Gracie Lynn Cunningham. Jenna Faith Curran. Daniel Andres Dow. Trinity N. Van Nguyen. Alyssa F. Davis, magna cum laude. Shelby Elizabeth Davis, summa cum laude. Alexis Ann Day. Susmita Day. Leslie Nicole Diaz Medina. Cynthia Yeet, cum laude. Isabella H. Dillon, cum laude. Talia Annabelle Demas. Brianna Elise Doe. Aiden James Dominguez. Naima A. Dotson. Hannah M. Dupre, summa cum laude. Dakota Dyer. Crystal Chinonyeram Ebe, magna cum laude. Maggie Elizabeth Heels, summa cum laude. Elena Hope Eisenzop. Rachel K. Ellis. Melanie Brianne Esparza. Joanna R. Esquivel Martinez. Susie Esquivel, magna cum laude.
Rebecca Edoram Assissin, magna cum laude.
Mackenzie Grace Estefano, cum laude. Paul Estes, summa cum laude. Obogene Onome Ezaga, cum laude. Mallory Monet Farr. Jennifer M. Federico. Daniela Nicole Ferry, cum laude. Olivia Rachel Fillmore, magna cum laude. Zainice Finley, cum laude. Bailey A. Fish. Ava Michelle Fleming, summa cum laude. Jeremy Flores, magna cum laude. Alexis D. Ford. Atlas Fratiani. Caitlin Tess Frazier.
Jenna Paige Frito, magna cum laude.
Eli James Fruge, cum laude. Jessica Galindo. Brittany Juliana Gallardo, cum laude. Megan A. Gandara. Lizette M. Garcia. Marisol Ariana Garcia, cum laude. Ayla Elise Gardenhire. Fatima G. Garza, summa cum laude. Jaden Alexandra George. Molly Giles. Haley Gallegos. Cyan Medina Glenn, cum laude. Natalia E. Godinez. Jaden Noel Ann Golden, cum laude. Gabriela N. Gomez Agudelo. Kirsten Renee Gali, cum laude. Ruby Daniela Gonzalez. Alexandria Nicole Goodwin, cum laude. Jordan Alexandria Govan. Madison Grant. Jaden Simone Green, cum laude. Adara Reyna Griffith, cum laude. Ashley Ray Griffith, magna cum laude. Janelli Emily Gutierrez. Juana Guzman. Alyssa Brooke Hall, summa cum laude. Jakiria D. Hardwick. Lydia Grace Harper, summa cum laude. Maya R. Harrington, summa cum laude. Jake R. Hayes, summa cum laude. Tiffany Danielle Hayes, magna cum laude. Liam Ariel Heeger. Elijah Miguel Henderson, magna cum laude. Paige Dalianne Hendricks, cum laude. Lane Scott Hensley. Briar J. Holloway, summa cum laude. Brianna Michelle Hurst. Lauren Nicole Hood. Obehi Rose Iarobi. Sarah Marie Jackson, magna cum laude. Samantha S. Jarvis. Ashanti Lachey Johnson. Jackie T. Johnson. Laura Elizabeth Johnson, magna cum laude. Hunter Warden Jones. Kennedy Michelle Jones. Linda Crystal Malik Jurdy.
Aaliyah Marie Herrera. Daniel Herring, cum laude.
Jasmine Taylor Ketterer. Irene A. Kim, magna cum laude. Morgan Danielle Coiner. Aisatu Kanate, summa cum laude. Michael M. Kraska. Nairitia Lamso, summa cum laude. Emerson M. Langford. Lana Aaron Larson, magna cum laude. Autumn Nicole Lawson. Jeffrey Alden Lavelle. Ronald Isaako Leuma. Taylor R. Clue, cum laude. Ryan E. Lindsay, cum laude. Faraba Q. Lee, summa cum laude. Ye-Un Lee, summa cum laude. Grace Olivia Legatowicz, summa cum laude. Maria Victoria Gavanetas. Emily Jo Lofton, magna cum laude. Samuel Carlos Lopez, magna cum laude. Giselle Laredo, cum laude. Leslie Michelle Luna. Asia A. Lee, cum laude. Lindsay A. Lingos, cum laude. Mia Elise Mott, magna cum laude. Ma Veronica Macias Ortiz, cum laude. Christopher William Macco. Lauren Mann, summa cum laude. Joshua Jarrett Marcellus, cum laude. Ladera Monet Marcus, magna cum laude. Emily L. Martinez. Gloria G. Martinez, cum laude. Nicole Marie Martinez. Molly Lee Mason, cum laude. Jory Elizabeth McDonald. Lindsay Elise McDowell. Hannah Lee McNair. Nicolas Mejia, summa cum laude. Catherine Elizabeth Melton. Marlene Abigail Mendez. Amber Elizabeth Mendoza, magna cum laude. Trinity Medlock. Brooke Ellen Miller. Maya Daria Mitchell. Maya Jade Morales. Nua Z. Mohammed, magna cum laude. Sydney D. Morris, summa cum laude. Christian K. Montai. Haley E. Moran. Julia Carol Morgan, summa cum laude. Peyton Moore. Quinn A. Morgan, cum laude. Olivia Grace Mosqueda. Daisy Luna. Amina Abu Taleb Maccabi. Silas Ray Mustin, cum laude. Jacqueline Christine Martinez, summa cum laude. Leticia Mederos, magna cum laude. Jocelyn Mendoza.
Lena C. McLean, summa cum laude.
China Renee May. Atanasi Tara Giorgio. Jennifer Munoz, magna cum laude. Abigail McKaylin Millender, cum laude. Abigail Catherine LaRussa, summa cum laude.
Jacqueline Moore.
Eden M. Embe. Marissa E. Muniz. Caltrina Murati, cum laude. Kaylee Rose Najera, magna cum laude. Emily Ruth Navarro, summa cum laude. Brooklyn Denise Neal. Mia Angelina Negron. Gabrielle Maria Nelson. Paul Mintree Nguyen, magna cum laude. Vanessa Mivilu Nkongolo, magna cum laude. Adrian Noah. Brett Elizabeth Nowland, cum laude. Ashlyn E. Oglesby, magna cum laude. Chukwuemeka C. Ogu. Chiamaka Jessica Ojinaka. Eseahen Isibeyoya Oluwatomi Ojo, summa cum laude. Adolfo Orduna, cum laude. Lauren E. Osborne, magna cum laude. And Alexis Paris Pate. Elise Pierce. Laura Pedroza, cum laude. Grace Kirsten Pelletier. Ainsley Rebecca Pennington, summa cum laude. Madison Renee Pennington, magna cum laude. Emily Perez, magna cum laude. Shayla R. Farr.
Anushka Phillip.
Avery Elizabeth Pierce, magna cum laude. Evelyn Pineda. Caleb Jacob Porter.
Henry Omar Portillo.
Nikolai Joseph Ponce. Alexia Palacios.
Nicole Olvera.
Elise Lauren Pepper. Minal Hassan Rabani, magna cum laude. Luis E. Ramirez Madrid. Carlo Giovanni Ramirez Tellez. Bennett D. Ray. Jasmine Refahi, magna cum laude. C. Reed, magna cum laude. Veronica Natalia Reyes, cum laude. Kaya Ann Keller Reynolds, magna cum laude. Casey N. Ray, magna cum laude. Bailey Michelle Richardson, summa cum laude. Liliana Therese Rizzo. Lily Harlow Roan. Renali Rodriguez, cum laude. Marlene J. Rodriguez. Bianca Rosales. Valerie Danielle Rojas, summa cum laude. Madison Faith Rodder, cum laude. Sydney Noel Russell, magna cum laude. Olivia Shane Sam, cum laude. Hatsiri Sanchez. Christina Day-T Sanders. Samantha T. Sanders, cum laude. Rosalinda Santana Maciel, magna cum laude. Valerie Eileen Santiago Molina, cum laude. Samara M. Schultz, summa cum laude. Mia Angelique Sellers, summa cum laude.
Aubrey Anna Sellers.
Emily K. Sessom, summa cum laude.
Gloria Shidedi Shagome, magna cum laude.
William Sheffer. Madeline Corinna Simonetti, magna cum laude. Kaylee Hope Smith. Skylar Brianne Smith, summa cum laude. Olivia Jane McNeely Snediger, summa cum laude. Vanessa Lisette Solis, magna cum laude. Akinde Jabari Solomon. Abigail Sorial, magna cum laude. Isaac B. Spikes, magna cum laude. Tyler Lamont Steptoe, cum laude. Carolyn N. Stinson. Lane David Stroud. Justin Cole Svendenberg, cum laude. Jordan Renee Stocks Jones, cum laude. Morgan R. Stevenson. Jacqueline M. Schramm, summa cum laude.
Madison Smith.
Gabrielle Lynn Sangali, cum laude. Taylor Alexandra Strelo. Ashley L. Rogers, cum laude.
Madeline Jane Ta. Noemi Talavera.
Kaylin Olivia Tanner, cum laude. Jade Marie Thornton. Elizabeth Faye Tibbetts, cum laude. Dana Marie Tibbs. Maite Guadalupe Toledo. Nicole Alexandra Torres, magna cum laude. Rosa Fernanda Torres.
Carolina Torres.
Janae C. Trahan, magna cum laude. Penelope Jillian Trammell, cum laude. Kimberly V. Trin. Raymond Cooper Tucker. Alberto Ugarte. Nathaniel Baker Umstead, magna cum laude. Isabel Valentina Van Horn, summa cum laude. Frida Sofia Vargas, magna cum laude. Montserrat Vargas. Marislesi Vega. Wyatt Bliss Vautier. Grace J. Vetramayo.
Stephanie Villagomez Solis, magna cum laude.
Victoria Villalobos, summa cum laude. Joanna Stacy Valero. Kishandra Raquel Walker. Zachary James Waters. Liv Watts, magna cum laude. Nicholas M. Watts. Jackson Morgan Wells, summa cum laude. Kiara L. Welsh. Hannah Mae West, magna cum laude. Jersey Leanne Westenbarger. Anna Catherine Blair White. Lena Michelle Wilkes, cum laude. Cooper Thomas Williams. Megan Michelle Willis. Allison Aaliyah Wilson. Sophie Ray Wolf, cum laude. Rachel Wood, summa cum laude. Kaylin Michelle Wood, magna cum laude. Liam G. Workman, summa cum laude. Zoe Lynn Wright, magna cum laude. Haley M. Wydrinski, summa cum laude. Lily Xian, magna cum laude. Paige E. Young. Till E. Young. Dejanay T. Young. Gabriela Renee Ibarra. Kennedy Young, cum laude. Rasana Famida Zaman. Carolina I. Zayas Barbosa, cum laude.
Charles Mazinski. Zachary James Niederstad.
Katura Michael Vaughn.
Let's congratulate those graduates from the Department of Psychology.
Hello, UNT graduates. My name is Brandon Busby. I'm Vice President for Advancement at UNT, and I'm honored to stand before you today. First and foremost, I extend my heartfelt congratulations on your extraordinary achievement. Earning a degree is a monumental accomplishment, and it's a testament to your unwavering determination and resilience. During my time at UNT, I've come to realize that our university is more than just a place. It's a vibrant, thriving community. Beyond your personal achievements, your UNT degree signifies your membership into an inclusive, compassionate, and innovative alumni family. Today, you are joining a powerful network of leaders and change makers across the nation and the world. Wherever life takes you, remember that your UNT community is there, ready to support you on your journey. Now it's time for you to become an integral part of this network and create your unique legacy. As you venture forth to pursue your passions, rest assured that your alma mater will stand by you at every stage of your life and your career. The UNT Alumni Association is a special organization fostering connections between our students and graduates, and we're dedicated to ensuring you have the robust support of the Mean Green Network long after you've received your diploma. We hope you'll stay engaged with your alma mater through the Alumni Association. Join us at alumni events, participate in our online Mean Green Mentors program, connect with us on social media, and share your successes so we can celebrate with you. And from time to time, take a moment and reflect on your journey as a UNT student. Then, with newfound confidence, set your sights on making a lasting impact on the world, knowing that you have the lifelong support of your university. Your Mean Green community is incredibly proud of you and excited to watch you go out and make a difference in the world. Lastly, to our graduates with class rings, now it's time to turn your ring so the University of North Texas faces outward. This tradition symbolizes your readiness to embrace the world. We hope you will continue wearing your UNT ring with pride. To all of our graduates, always remember that you're an integral part of this community that believes in you and cares deeply about your future. Welcome to our alumni family. Congratulations and go Mean Green.
We're almost there, but before we go, I think it's important that we spend a little time thinking about what it means to go Mean Green. Recently, I took my kids to a park. I have 3 of them, but my 2 youngest, ages 6 and 9, we went to a park that they've been asking me to stop by. And finally I did. I pulled the truck over, we got out. I jumped over and we found a bench. I sat down before I let them go play and I said, we got a few rules before we go. First, make sure you take care of each other. Look after one another. And please don't bring home any of those amphibious creatures in your pockets like last time. Your mother was not as happy as we thought she would be. And so off they went. I said, go and go have it. Go have at it. They went to go circle the playground. As you can imagine, they started to really circle the structures. They gave them a glance over. Some of the things they were very familiar with. Some of the things they weren't as familiar. I said, this playground looks a little bit more complex than the others. The simplicity of some obstacles obscure the complexity of challenge. While the twists and turns and the intertwining webs of rope, on some of those obstacles on the playground, they seemed a bit daunting at first. Now other obstacles turned out to be scaffolds of motivation as they worked their way through them. By now you can probably imagine the metaphor. This is the moment that when you leave this arena today, you'll be metaphorically, maybe literally staring at the world's playground. It's not just swings and monkey bars and slides anymore. Much of the world you will enter, much of the world you will encounter has become increasingly complex, and the right thing or the objective or the mission to be accomplished appears quite obscure. It's a playground that has the kinds of structures and obstacles that are intriguing, are daunting, and some dangerous. Our society today is stricken by modern and age-old challenges that call on the talented and the determined individuals to rise to the call of the daunting and encouraging. You see, we have yet to eliminate forces of racism, sexism, poverty, war, illness, and starvation, all of which threaten the most basic human rights and the prosperity of human life. Our society today wrestles with the daunting and encouraging found in escalating issues such as gun violence, the global refugee crisis, foreign and domestic threats to democracy, and a crisis of mental health, just to name a few. Something all of us in this arena can agree on is that there is plenty of work left to you. The unfinished work of generations before you, including my own, now define the test of your generation's will, determination, and courage to confront the complexities of human struggle and suffering while blazing a path for the advancement of humanity for all. So you, the talented and the determined amongst us, will sometimes clearly see challenges in disguise when most can't and some are not willing to acknowledge. And you will miss the challenges, just like my generations and generations before you, staring you right in your face. You're probably asking those same questions as you walk out of this arena today as my kids were on the playground. Where will you start? How will you go from there? What will you learn? And what will you choose to do, even do differently the next go round? Another critical question that several of you have received and defended many a times is, what role does the liberal arts and social sciences education play in today's society? I submit the beauty of that question is that it depends on the very thing that every generation before you has had to grapple with, the consequences of obscurity. The world that awaits you outside is all but clear. It's filled with obscurity. So in the words of Frantz Fanon, a French philosopher, each generation, out of relative obscurity, must discover its mission, fulfill it, or betray it. As you leave this arena, you're likely to face enormously daunting challenges obscured by smiling faces, seemingly harmless policies, and new and exciting relationships. So too will you be confronted with encouraging innovations, breakthroughs, and opportunities obscured by that which is frightening, overwhelming, sometimes appalling. The role of the education that you've received here at UNT is to guide you as you navigate obscurity and then decide to fulfill it, decide your mission to fulfill it or betray it. So then how are you to confront obscurity? Go with a curious mind. Look out for each other. Be nice to others. And maybe don't bring home those amphibious creatures in your pocket on Mother's Day. On behalf of the leadership and the faculty of class, as well as the leadership of our university and UNT, and the UNT system, I congratulate you and your achievements today and look forward to the impacts you will make as you go, Mean Green, and discover your mission. Now, we've almost reached the conclusion of this commencement, but we have one more special tradition in class. And that is, I'd like to invite Michelle back up one last time. Michelle, the honor is yours.
Okay, class graduates, we have a college degree, but do we know right from left? Go like this. Okay, we're all good? All right. It is now my honor to instruct you to move the tassel of your cap to the left to proclaim your new status as a college graduate and a UNT alumni. Congratulations!
Before we conclude, I know you'll want to join me in thanking vocalists Rebecca and pianist Muni and Russ Stuckel, as well as our interpreters Kaylee Floyd and Kim Vasquez. This ceremony would not be possible if it were not for the tremendous efforts of our audio, visual, and technology engineers, as well as Ms. Lisa Whitby and our class marshals, and the countless staff working behind the scenes, all leading up to this moment. Please join me again in showing our gratitude for their commitment to excellence. Finally, it goes without saying that many of you would not be here today if not for the support of family, friends, faculty, and fellow students. Graduates, I would like to offer you the opportunity to stand if you are able and join me in applauding all those who have helped you earn your degree today. Graduates, as you remain standing, I'd like to invite everyone else to rise if you're able for the conclusion of the ceremony. Our vocalists will lead us in singing the alma mater. Y'all ready? After which the marshal will lead in the recessional. Best wishes for a fine future, as graduates and alumni of UNT's College of Liberal Arts and Social Sciences. May each of you continue to soar. Go Mean Green.